right. Excuse me. that I use exactly. Hey Farrah, what's up? How are you? I'm good. How about yourself? Let's see that one. No, that's a different person. Thanks. Hey Eva, just done it. All right. Go ahead and put down your questions. All right. It's gonna hinder it. Actually, I'm gonna use a different deck. Give me a second. All right. What are Steven H's thoughts and feelings towards me? I have a little crush on him. Someone from work. Only been there for 2 months. Okay. Spirit. So, what are this person's thoughts and feelings towards Eva? What are Steven's thoughts and feelings towards her? 1, 2, 3. 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Page of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. I see. He views you as somebody that gives advice and is very smart and adamant. Kind of like I don't know if you direct things at work, but it's kind of like you know what you want. He also just views you as a coworker, and he sees you as somebody that, like, if he's questioning something or kind of like unsure, there you are to kind of like give him a boost. Queen of Pentacles, the Tower, Knight of Pentacles, as well as I get here, there could have been another woman around him that he could have had like a falling out with, or some sort of situation with, to where now he's a bit more careful around the workplace and more practical. Tell me about the Tower, please. 2, 3. Seven of Wands, one where he may have been like very defensive, or to maybe avoid anything that isn't supposed to happen. He has his boundaries. Let's see here. But does he find any attraction to Eva? Are the feelings mutual? 1, 2, 3. The Empress. King of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. To a certain extent, but it's like this. He sees that you're a really good woman. However, with the King of Pentacles, I get the feeling that he's more so worried about himself and has other options. But let's see here. Ace of Pentacles. King of Cups. He does see an opportunity with you, but it's more so like really firm in his stance. Tell me about King of Cups, 2, 3. Yeah. And therefore kind of like detaches and walks away. That makes sense. All right. So that's how he views you and feels about you, like his thoughts and his feelings towards you. That's what I get. All right. All right, Farah, you'll be after Eva. All right, what are his next actions towards me? Okay. Alright, so what are Steven's next actions? What are his next actions towards Eva? What are his next actions towards her? 1, 2, 3. 3 of Wands, Hierophant, the Empress, King of Pentacles, and 3 of Cups. Alright, tell me about 3 of Cups. I'm not taking it. Tell me about 3 of Cups. 1, 2, 3. Tell me about the Empress. Alright, so his next actions towards you. There's something here about him like proposing like some sort of idea. I get he kind of like maintains distance because the two of you work together. However, you still come up as the Empress to him, and maybe to a certain extent, like he could be attracted to you. But Ace of Wands also feels like some sort of idea or conversation coming up. Yeah, like this person's still like remaining grounded. So he more than likely come at you like in a very respectable approach, as well as 3 of Cups and 2 of Cups. So like, let's say there's a company party or everybody goes out to drinks. I guess his next actions towards you would be, again, to like strike up a conversation of sorts. Tell me about Ace of Wands. 4 of Wands. Okay. That's also him kind of thinking about like, well, what would I say to her, or what would I propose? So I feel like, honestly, his next actions towards you, he would just like try to strike up a conversation, especially like if there's like, again, like some sort of company outing or something like that. But that's what I see. All right. Farrah, go ahead with any question. Hey, Terry. Thank you. You're welcome. Do you give readings on legal matters? Yeah. The only thing, just like any business reading, is I just inform people that since there's other multiple people involved, especially when it comes to decision making, things can definitely change up. That's my disclaimer to it. But otherwise than that, yeah, I do. All right. What are Abdullah's next actions towards me? Okay, let's see. Excuse me. Press to the top, please. Press to the top. What are Abdullah's next? Stop doing that. What are Abdullah's next actions towards Farrah? What are his next actions towards her? 1, 2, 3. Queen of Wands, 5 of Wands, the Devil, King of Swords, Justice. Okay, so it could be one of two things. Either they could do something that may strike up some conflict, or they could try to balance things out and make things right. It really depends on what page the two of you guys are on. Tell me about 5 of Wands, 2, 3. 7 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Tell me about the Devil, 2, 3. Oh, I see here. I think his next actions towards you are to get, he's gonna try and make things right. Disappointed in like conflict or strife between the two of you, and wanting to do things the right way, especially if things have been a bit overwhelming or toxic. Because there's a sense here that maybe he knows that you're kind of like upset about something, and with the King of Swords, perhaps he hasn't been the most understanding in a sense, or empathetic. What else about this person? Top, please. 1, 2, 3. 5 of Pentacles. I think he's going to apologize or bring you some sort of offer because he doesn't like how things are between the two of you. Yeah, and he's going to try and be more emotionally understanding because I think he wants the two of you to be on good terms, as 10 of Cups. So, like, if there's, like, some sort of strife, then they're going to try and make things right. If not, they're going to try to make sure that things don't get that way. Like, don't get to a point where the two of you are at odds with each other. It's more so like he may try to put in more effort into this situation, be nicer, or something that at least makes you happy. That's what I got. At the moment, things aren't good, and I walked away. Okay. All right, so I think he's going to come back and try and apologize or something. Thank you. You're welcome. Hi, Meg. I saw Meg. Go ahead and put down your question. Also, Meg, since I think you're new here, future-wise, no, you haven't done anything wrong, but it's just something that I let new people that come on here, just for future reference, whenever you come on, you can just tell me that, like, hey, I donated or did whatever, and then refrain from putting down your question until I call on you. That's just so I don't mix up your question with somebody else's. Otherwise than that, you are free to talk to me in the chat. But yeah. Did this thing just fucking flip over? It did. Okay. Alright, may I have a general reading? Yes. Yes, you can. Alright, also, that's a pen. Gotta write down everything. Hi, Deb. Awesome. The rule makes sense. Thanks. Also, I'm making sure that everything good. Okay. Good. I've got one on there. Cool. All right. So, Deb, thank you again for my reading yesterday. You're welcome. So, general reading for Meg. General reading for Meg. What she needs to know, what she need to hear. 1, 2, 3. 5 of Wands. Strength. Ace of Swords. The Magician. And 3 of Swords. Okay, I don't know if like you're in like, I won't necessarily say like a tough situation, but here's what it feels like. 5 of Wands represents conflict. Strength represents confidence and restraint to a certain extent. And then Ace of Swords here. It's almost like you may be kind of like observing something from different angles and maybe trying to make a decision on how to maybe approach a situation, especially if there's somebody that seems to kind of be making stuff up for the time being. And not to say that this person or whoever this may be representing is making up lies, but to be the Magician in this case is to basically cause something, kind of like conjure up things. And the last thing that I think you want is to feel hurt or to see others hurt or to see this person hurt themselves or whatever the case may be here. It could also be that type of thing here too, that you're trying to maybe see the truth in a situation, again, just by like basically observing. Maybe you don't know like who's lying or telling the truth, or you're just trying to either make a decision or just have a final opinion on something. Yeah, the Tower. I don't know if like there's something going on around you, like some sort of upheaval or some sort of like change that nobody was expecting. Tell me about the Magician too. Knight of Wands. That's almost like sending somebody off. Tell me about the Magician 2, 3. Justice. It's almost like not disagreeing with how somebody's instructing another person or how somebody's doing something. Either there's something unfair about it or that needs to kind of balance itself out. What are you guys talking about? Press it down, please. 2, 3. 3 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Okay. The best example that I can pull up in my mind is like from afar you could be seeing somebody struggling or somebody saying that they're going through a tough time, but it's like you're really trying to determine like if that's their fault or not. Because here with the Moon, either there's something that's hidden or it just causes a lot of confusion and anxiety. Or you're waiting to see how a person deals with something. Weird. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? To the top, please. Wisdom, knowledge, inspiration. Oh, this is trying to see a cause and is like what caused the situation. Weird. Things are pretty calm right now. Okay, well, here's what I'm getting. There's something either around you or something that, or, I mean, this could also be something that's not happening right now. The cards, they'll just do that. Either like in the past or sometime in the future or something that you're not aware of, but it's almost like either this is a situation that's happening or it's just advice. If it's just advice, they could just be telling you that when it comes to certain people around you, or certain situations that you might find yourself in the middle of, they're asking you to basically not consider all options, but to basically observe and not take sides until you know the full story. If that's not necessarily the like advice in this case, then there could be something coming up to where you would need to really consider all sides of the story and really observe things for yourself, it feels like. because whatever it is about, like battle and conflict, like it could stir up trouble. It may not necessarily be in your life, but maybe around you. Tell me about the battle card. And then bad news. It's like, especially dealing with people where like they could be close or whatever conflict it is. What the fuck was that? What the? I'm sorry. I just heard like a really loud thud. The hell? Okay. Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. Alright. Sorry, but anyways. Huh? That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I don't know what that was. I don't know. It sounded like outside. I don't know. Like in the back of the house. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know where that came from. Sorry about that. But anyways, okay. Shit, alright. But it's like whatever this is like either causes anxiety or within you or within others because of bad news that's being thrown around. Doubt. Talent. Oh, I see here. And it's like that type of thing here, like either you give the situation the benefit of the doubt or whoever it's involved because you know whoever it is that's involved in it with the talent card to like, oh, they're a good person, they do XYZ. And then I have here the lesson. It really depends. I don't know if this is something that would actually happen or is this advice? Okay, so just like watch and observe, yeah. I have a feeling I'm going to hear something and say, what the fuck was that? Interesting. Let me see what this is. Are you guys just giving her advice? Or is this something that, well, let me actually have a full deck when I ask this. So, cards at the top, please, cards at the top. Are you guys just giving her advice, or is this something that could happen? 1, 2, 3. 8 of Swords, the Lovers, King of Pentacles, High Priestess is a message, but okay. Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Is this just advice you guys are giving her in general? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Advice moving forward here, especially when it comes to things that are communicated to you. Things that would definitely have you in your head or kind of confused when it comes to certain connections, whether it be romantic or not. Especially dealing with maybe an earth sign towards Virgo or Capricorn, or just telling them to like remain grounded. All right, are you guys also telling her something that could potentially happen? First at the top, is it? 1, 2, 3. Yes. 9 of Cups, that's a yes. Oh, I see here. It's like this. There could be some sort of news that comes to you at some point. And whoever it's about or whoever it is giving it... Okay, I can't talk. Whoever it's about or whoever is giving you this news, it's like either to make themselves look good or to make the other person look good. But it's not that type of thing. So it's more so of both advice and something that could actually happen in the future. Like basically telling you, like, make sure you have all the facts before you make a final decision or have an actual opinion or before you side with anyone. What's this situation all about? 1, 2, 3. The Hermit, the Tower. Well, whatever it is going to happen out of nowhere. 9 of Wands. It could be about like some sort of falling out or argument. And it can make whoever it is involved like feel really anxious or make you really anxious. But with the Hermit card, they're asking you to kind of like be wise and kind of stay out of it. Could involve a fire sign, or it's something that could make you question family or a certain relationship. Also a fire sign, so that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But that's what I get for the general. They're basically giving you advice like, whenever, if you hear something about a particular situation, don't necessarily believe it until you have all the facts, as well as they're warning you of some sort of trouble, not necessarily trouble, but some sort of situation ahead where you're going to need to observe. But that's what I get. That's very interesting where that went. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I am still shooken up with that thing. Very interesting. I will look out for that. Yeah. Alright, anybody else said anything? Yeah, not that I knew of. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. I have no idea. I was just doing this, and then next thing I know, I'm like, yo, what the that? I have no idea. It had asked me. It sounded like maybe it was coming from the back. I don't know what it was. I have no idea. So I gotta go shut this off and then redo the live again. Let's. Hey, Sunny. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well too. I donated. Okay, give me a second. Usually it's through here. All right, go ahead. Put any questions. Your question. All right. Do you see? Okay. What do you see as his feelings and actions towards me? All right. Let's see. Wait a minute. So what are S's feelings and actions towards Sunny? What are this person's feelings and actions towards her? 1, 2, 3. High Priestess. 5 of Wands. Strength. 6 of Cups. Page of Wands. Okay. Tell me about tell me about Page of Wands. 2, 3. 6 of Swords was at the bottom. So either this person could move towards you or move away from you. What I see right now is how they feel about you. So They may feel right now that you're kind of keeping your energy to yourself or not revealing a lot about what you're doing. And even though this person could be like reminiscing on the past or maybe wishing they were a bit nicer, there's this thing here with the Five of Wands and the Strength card that this person feels and maybe kind of like feels a bit conflicted towards you, maybe a tad bit upset, and maybe in their ego right now. And with the Page of Wands, they may be kind of like turning their back on the connection here, kind of out of selfishness or maybe wanting to get a reaction out of you. What else? Cards at the top, please. 1, 2, 3. Queen of Swords, the Devil, all right, Knight of Wands. They could potentially come towards you again, but maybe the reason why they're a bit upset because perhaps like you haven't been putting up with this person's toxic behavior. What would be their actions in the future? First, the top is 1, 2, 3. Seven of Wands, King of Wands. Maybe like express some sort of passion towards you because they've been a bit defensive for some time here. But tell me about King of Wands. 2, 3. Five of Swords. I see. As in like being passionate towards you, that could be them like talking to you a certain way or trying to be nice, even though a part of them is still a bit of an asshole. So how do they feel towards you? For the time being, it's like this. They do look back in the past a little. Maybe they could miss you, but at the same time, like they feel a bit conflicted and maybe trying to see like what direction should they move things in or what direction should they just kind of like move away in. I feel like this person would come back around at some point and try to approach you after kind of being a bit stubborn for some time here. However, it's not like they've changed much because they're still immature. Now it's like donating. Okay. Also, hi. Wait a second. Before you clear it, I have a question on the spread. Yeah. Oh, okay. They're trying to be nice for what? Nice because they're apologetic or to be on friendlier terms? That's a good question because here's how it feels energetically. It's more so of like, how would I say it? Maybe to kind of be nicer. It's almost like, it almost kind of feels like, you know what? I've been doing this. Let me, do this. I've seen that I've been acting like an asshole. Let me do this. So it could be on both. It could be both like being nicer and friendlier. Let me ask. Is he changing his behavior towards her in a sense to be nicer or friendlier? Like what's the reason behind it? Cards on top, please. 1, 2, 3. 3 of Wands. 10. Oh, I see here. This is waiting for somebody, and it's almost like if he was waiting for you to like text him or something like that, he feels a bit overwhelmed that he is. So like, let's say you stopped talking to him 5 weeks ago and he probably thought that like I don't know, maybe about like 2 weeks ago you talk and you haven't, it kind of like a full term pulls on him. So it's like him kind of like all right, let me go towards her myself. It would be easy for me to say like he just does it out of desperation or maybe even worry. So at that point, is he trying to be nicer? No, not only that. Ugh, I fucking shuffled it. I had 9 of Swords and then 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of it. Worries about your independent life. So is he trying to be nice or what? 2, 3. Is he 2? I see here. It's more maybe so because it's like he's realized that the way that he's invested in the connection has not been fruitful at all, and if anything leads to a lot of hurt, or could lead to like a permanent ending. And maybe he doesn't want to feel left out in the cold. The positive card for yes, negative card for no. Is he trying to be nicer? 1, 2, 3. In a sense, yeah, trying to like move towards calmer water, so yeah. Or a reconciliation. Is he trying to reconcile? I mean, in a sense, yeah, I could say that, the star here, but here's the other thing too. You maybe wish fulfillment for this person, or with the star, like they see that either like you're beneficial to them in some way, shape, or form. How would I say? It's not even that. It's like this. The star is popular. This is success, attraction, peace. There are certain qualities about you that they like or want. So maybe it has something to do with benefits. I don't know. But like, yeah. But that's why they're telling you to like not necessarily be too fazed by it, because he'd still be immature. And you don't see anything on us being apologetic. Not necessarily. I mean, he could be. I'll pull a card. Would he be apologetic to 3? 4 of Swords and the Magician. He may have his own way of apologizing. He's kind of like thinking about it, or thinking about ways to kind of get this back off the ground again. I mean, this could be him being apologetic or trying to see like, okay, well, what's the best way I can make it up to this person and make things better? So like outwardly, I'm not necessarily seeing like, oh, he is going to apologize, but it's more so like thinking like, what can I do in this situation? But that's what I see. Namaste, go ahead, put any questions. And I am itchy. Okay. I see. Thank you for the reading. You're welcome. Alright, why does M want me to come over right now? Ooh la la. Let's see. So why does M want Namaste to come over right now? Why? 2, 3. 9 of Cups to get what he wants or to have fun. Page of Cups. Mind you, 9 of Cups is your own wish, like your own wish fulfillment, your own personal desires come to fruition. As well as, I don't know if he's like a water sign, but there is something that he may desire right now, which is why he may have like sent a text or something. Maybe you could be in your head about it because you may be wondering, like, is this person being genuine about coming towards me? Let's just put it out there. Does this person want sex? Does M want sex? Does he? First off the top, does he? Matter of fact, let me... Okay. Oh, yeah. Oops. He's an Aquarius. Okay. Does M, is he wanting sex? Is he wanting sex? 1, 2, 3. Is he wanting sex with Namaste? Is he? Either that or he's lonely. Ace of Swords. Hierophant. 9 of... Maybe, or... Because it's like this 9 of Wands is sometimes pushing boundaries a little in this deck, I feel. This is also being a bit nervous. Tell me about the Hierophant. I see. He's kind of going up against his regular day. Again, let me make sure. Again, is this person wanting sex from her right now? 2, 3. The Fool, Queen of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Again, he might. Either that or he wants to talk. So he may want to come over to, like, he may want you to come over either so he can get something or so they can talk about something to kind of like clear the air to gain some sort of clarity here. But mind you, when I did ask if you wanted sex, I have here the Fool, and that's taking a risk. That's also having fun. Was somebody that maybe they're hoping to have emotion, that has emotions for them, that they want to put in the effort towards. Again, like, what is he looking for tonight? First, I talk to 3 of Wands, King of Wands. Tell me about King of Wands too. King of Wands is, I'm not gonna lie, he may be looking for it. And therefore, like, trying to kind of get there. So, yeah. So that's probably why, if it's not that, he may just want to talk. But let me ask again. Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Is he wanting sex from her? 5. I did not ask. Again, positive card for yes, negative card for no. Is he wanting her to come over for sex? 1, 2, 3. Page of Wands. That's a yes. Is he wanting her to come over to just talk? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Is it that? 2, 3. No. Queen of Wands is here. So I think he wants to get physical, kind of. But here's the thing. I mean, it's late over here, but I don't know what time it is over there. But if it's any time after 11 p.m., you know where his head's at. Am I his last option? Okay, let's see. I hope not. But let's see here. So is, now I'm gonna say M's last option. Is he the last? Is she the last option for him? 1, 2, 3. Death. 5 of Cups. 7 of Swords. 2 of Wands and 3 of Swords. I'm not gonna necessarily say you are, but it's like, give me a second here. Tell me about 7 of Swords. 2. Stop. Tell me about 7 of Swords. 2. About 7 of Swords. 1, 2, 3. The Magician. Tell me about 3 of Swords. 2, 3. Positive curve, yes, and negative curve. No, she is last option. 2, 3. High Priestess is not telling me anything. Again, positive curve, yes, negative curve for no. No in between cards. Is she his last option? 2, 3. 2 of Cups is it? Yeah. Because perhaps before you, there could have been like a water sign, but it's like this. How would I say it? Why is the Death card here? Queen of Wands. Okay, yeah. Things ended with a fire sign. And of course, like maybe they feel a bit rejected and kind of taken another direction. So maybe they kind of considered you, and maybe in the midst of them kind of feeling hurt. And that's why maybe they're kind of trying a little hard, or kind of trying right now to kind of like reel you in here, because like you did say you were ghosting this person, or they're telling you to be careful because they're a bit sneaky with their intentions. Tell me more. Crystal top, please. 2, 3. Knight of Wands, King of Cups, 2 of Swords. Tell me about King. Yeah, because it's like this. That would make sense now. He's a bit emotional because I guess somebody that he was passionate about, or he was going after with, of course, like that ended. But at the same time, it's like you're blocking him off, but he's kind of turning towards you either way, because it's like you're the last option, or he's just considering you now. So I'm gonna say yes, which is jerkish of him. So hey. Well, fuck. Well, I thought that was your second question. Well, whatever. What will happen if you go over there? I'll ask. My fault. I should have asked, but either way. Okay, how will it go if she goes over there? How will it go across the top? 2, 3. The Sun, High Priestess. He'll be happy to see you. And he'll be nice. Because it's like he may like really try to come towards you and try to make moves, but you'll kind of be like in your head about it. Considering like you know what you know. Yeah, and he's gonna try and like have fun, but with the intent of getting what he wants. But it's gonna like, he kind of like plays it safe, or tries to be like very practical about stuff. I have the Tower, the 10 of Swords here. Tell me about 10 of Swords. 2, 3. Tell me about the Tower. 2, 3. Yeah, because there's a thing, he's still kind of like upset about like may have like what happened between him and this person, or some sort of argument and an ending could happen because you don't feel like it's fair. Or like one of the two. But if you go over there, like, he's gonna try and like play it cool, but you're gonna be like really in your head because you're just like, I know why I'm here. Will things be good between these two cards? The top two, three. King of Cups. It'll be kind of chill, relaxed, playful. And then Page of Wands. I won't say that he's not going to act like what's going on here, but kind of like touchy. So I'm not saying that you won't necessarily have a good time over there, but it's like you may not necessarily fully enjoy it, necessarily like knowing how he views you. So yeah. He views me. You only want me to for sex, obviously, because he's heard of someone else. Yep. He's, yeah, if I were you, I just wouldn't go. I mean, if it's just that type of thing, like, I just want to fuck or whatnot, like, okay, fine, whatever, but, like, the reason behind it is not, it's not giving hot, it's not nice. But good part, again, you have free will, so just don't go. Just be like, you know what? Second thought, I'm fine, dude. I'll see you whenever. But that's what I see. Maya, go ahead with any questions. Oof. Okay. I need to... Thank you. You're welcome. All right. I've been seeing 222 a lot this weekend. I was wondering what message my guides are telling me. Okay. So I know twos usually have to go towards duality, balance, relationships, stuff like that. But then again, like, when it comes to like certain situations, it doesn't necessarily have those meanings. So let's see, Spirit. So what are Maya's guides trying to tell her? What are they telling her when, excuse me, she's seeing this number? 1, 2, 3. Cards at the top, please. 1, 2, 3. the Fool, King of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Cups. Depends. All right, tell me about the Fool. Tell me about King of Swords. Tell me about Queen of Cups. Tell me about Five of Pentacles. 2, 3. Here's the first thing that kind of comes to mind. So, you're Queen of Swords, and then there's this King of Swords here, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that you and this other person are a match, but more so your heart spaces towards each other. This is somebody that could be with an earth sign currently. Could be a good person, but Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or just be with somebody that they find is stable. But at the same time, it's like this person would either like to free themselves and maybe come towards you or take a risk towards you, but it's like they're nervous. And maybe they kind of feel a bit, again, like cold and detached when it comes to you, but that really comes from sadness and loss in this situation. Meanwhile, you could still be kind of like judging yourself or maybe beating yourself up for being emotional over somebody or loving. And when it was towards a person that you may have felt was loyal for that time being, or you had a sense of loyalty and obligation to that person. What more to this? Cards at the top, please. 2, 3. What more to this, please? 2, 3. Either that or there's somebody that feels like you are a grounded individual but feels like you're too tough on yourself. But let's see. 5 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and the Hierophant. Tell me about the Hierophant. 2, 3. I see, and it's like your guides are kind of bringing this situation up for review, because maybe to a certain extent either like you're still thinking about it or it's still in the back of your mind and subconsciously it's there. And the same thing maybe going for this person, because it's like maybe you feel a bit of like kind of conflicted towards an individual that may have moved away from you, or it seemed like it, and it's like they're kind of like bringing this up. I am single. All right, but it's not a current relationship though. Cards at the top, please. What is this about? 2, 3. Release your ex. Free yourself. Religious factors. That's why you're seeing signs. Somebody that you let go of and somebody that's trying to let go of you. But this was a connection where the two of you were close, or there was like some sort of chemistry. Honeymoon, that's 6 of Swords. Basically people moving away. Oh, but it's like you guys are tied to each other. Either this has to do with like a past relationship here, or it's more so of like, if it's not necessarily dealing with love, it could be dealing with certain connections that you used to have in your life to where the both of you felt close to each other but have since separated. And it's like maybe either you or the other person, or maybe both people in this situation, is like somebody wants to come towards the other person but feels a little anxious doing so. They could have moved on to other people or other things in their life. And maybe it could be that type of thing here with you. Like, I don't know if you beat yourself up about it, or you kind of just like, I shouldn't have been this way towards this person. I shouldn't have been so nice or so sweet. Or maybe that's what I get for being a good person. It's like that. They're bringing up these partnerships that you've had, or a particular partnership up for like review. I don't know why though. But then again, it is still retrograde, so that's probably it. I think I know who you're talking about. Okay, so I'm getting somewhere. But it's like they're bringing that up for review. Maybe because it's just like you guys still have this connection. Because it's like even though people have seemed to move on to better things. It's like with the children card, it's like there's still that connection, there's still that tie. Tell me about the chemistry card then too. Okay. Worth waiting for. What else? Wait a minute. Make that, oh, let go, control it. Whatever person you have in mind or whatever these situations are, mind you, these are angels, so it's like your guides. They may be kind of letting you know that this, whatever this situation is or situation, some, or at least one of them could be coming back around and somebody makes the effort to do so. Maybe both people are stubborn towards the other individual though. Huh. This person moved away but moved back here. I felt codependent in the past and felt like I had a chance to be better. I see. So if that's the case too, because codependency is not the best thing, but if that's the case, it could just be like, you know, that this, either way, it could be coming like back around or some shit. Or, let's see here. Tell me more. As I talk this too. Okay. The Hangman, Ace of Swords. Yeah, because somebody's been holding on to it. I don't know if a person feels like unfair or feels like they try to do the right thing, which would be you in this case, like trying to do the right thing. The Hangman. I don't know, it's like somebody's kind of like giving this some thought and come to some clarity, but still kind of like holding on to it. Now it's like this, if this wasn't like truly like a bad individual, then there's that. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a warning if it's like that. However, if this person was extremely immature and not the best individual, they could be warning you that this individual is coming back around. Or, well, it could just be a warning, should I just say. So it all depends on like what really happened in this situation, but it's given like this could come back around. And that's why they're letting you know, like giving you a heads up. But that's what I'm seeing, so that took a turn. Good to know. Yep. Alright, what's your last one? Thank you. You're welcome. And for my second, I want to know how to live to my fullest potential. Okay, good question. I'm gonna use another deck for this one, so give me 1 second. All right, so now that's an Oracle deck. I don't really use that one. All right. I don't know if I'm living my fullest potential. Maybe I'm comparing myself. I mean, that's all right. It happens. Let's see. So, how can Maya live to her fullest potential? How? 1, 2, 3. The Lovers. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. I will say this much. Because the Lovers is here. This can talk about romantic relationships here. Don't think that just because you don't have one or because there's nobody coming towards you means that, like, oh, well, this isn't it, or maybe I'm not enough, or things aren't going the same for me like they are for other people. And here's what I will say to that if it's like that. Number one, other people's relationships are nothing to envy. The same thing would go for Russell and Sierra or whatever else. Mind you, each couple has its own unique issues, and some couples really just aren't anything to really glorify or romanticize because of what happens behind closed doors or whatnot. It's more so the whole thing of like not wanting what that specific couple has, but it's just more so of like, I want love, but still don't be like, I want a relationship like that. Like, no, you do not. Let's see, 6 of Wands, King of Cups, 10 of Wands, King of Pentacles. I see. Well, here's one thing that they are pointing out to another. It's like this. Even though you may see other people around you living their best life or being very successful, they want you to realize that you are putting in enough effort, and they want you to find comfort in that and be like, you know what, I'm fine where I'm at. Especially with this King of Cups, somebody that's very cool, calm, and collected. Because it's like you're coming up really as, I mean, you're coming up as a bit of a page a little, but it's more so of like King of Cups and this King of Pentacles, which are like very good energy. So people that have their emotions in check, or at least know how to deal with things without getting all tied up. And it's like eventually transferring over to this King of Pentacles energy, which is somebody that's very sure of themselves, stable both emotionally and financially, and somebody that has pull in their life, that has control. Because they want you to know that regardless of like what you feel like you don't have, you are still moving forward in your life. So maybe the comparison thing, yeah, that does track, but it's more so of like, look where you're at in life and look at your achievements. Not everybody's life moves at the best, I mean, not best, but at the same pace. As well as the other thing here too, kind of like, do think about it, for example, like CEOs of multi-million, billion-dollar companies, right? Excuse me. May I remind you of one thing? Not all money is obtained ethically. Some people have literally had to do really shady deals just to get where they're at today. Stuff that they are not proud of. So even though stuff may look good, a lot of people have tons of skeletons in the closet, shit that you would not want on your record at all. And I'm not talking about in a legal sense. I'm just talking the back of your mind, stuff that would haunt you, right? So yeah, comparing your life to others is not the best thing. Because mind you, again, when it comes to people in the where they're at in life, for all you know, that was probably the hardest things that they had to do to get up there. And maybe even some of the most treacherous things. There are some treacherous things that they may have had to do to get there. Stuff that you know that, like, if it really had to take all of that, you would have just left it alone. Be like, you know what, I'm fine here. Do remember that. Tell me about the, yeah, because you have here the Devil. Because a lot of, like, not a lot, but some of what you see is not as pure as you think it is when it comes to other people and stuff that you really need to stay out of. Because some of these people that you may be comparing yourself to have addictions or are attached to really toxic things and environments that really bog them down. Things that they are obligated to a T and can't get out of. Stuff like that. Things that basically have them in bondage. Tell me about the Lovers. 1, 2, 3. Like, Page of Cups, yeah. or again here for relationships, for example, again, especially when it comes to marriages and stuff like that, or people having that discussion about like the whole 9 to 5 thing. One thing I will always tell people is don't hand over your entire life to a male. Make sure you have your foot in the bill and stuff like that, because I guarantee you the women that are up there being like, well, I'll let him do this and that, are the ones that get walked over the most. Do realize that the love that you give is enough and that you will get to the point that you want to. Let me look back. I look at Beyonce and feel like I'm not doing enough in my own life. Beyonce has been doing stuff before the both of us were born. Remember that. She's been doing stuff longer than we've been alive, number one. Number two, she's married to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z is not the best person. And I'm not talking about just like in the looks department. He's been, I mean, even the whole like he cheated on his wife. She is successful. She's a good entertainer and stuff like that. However, I'm not going to necessarily sit on here and say like, oh, she's like the best person in the world, because I don't personally know her. Remember that. But anyway, how else can she live her life to the fullest? Go to the top, please, 2, 3. So it's more so like, don't worry about what other people are doing. And don't think that you're not doing anything, because you are. 4 of Pentacles. Oh, I see here. Also, the need to maybe release certain things and to be more open and receptive. It's like this, like, you have this Queen of Wands. Like, this could be talking about clothing, right? Maybe changing up your style, potentially, because it's like this. She's showing some cleavage, and 4 of Pentacles is all about being very reserved. So maybe changing your style, maybe how you dress. Or when it comes to your personality, don't hold it back. If you're somebody that's sassy and feisty and it has a mouth and knows how to use it and is very confident, don't be afraid to express that. Because when you do express your authentic self, that's when clarity comes, and that's when a lot of true things come to your door, you know. What else here? 6 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Having boundaries with people, and it's like this. Some people you really shouldn't give the time of day to. There's also a need to have balance, and also cutting people off when necessary. Anything else? 7 of Swords and Knight of Cups. I see here. Maybe not even necessarily hiding how you feel about certain people or certain things, especially romantically. The other thing here is too is if you've been like, I've been such a nice person, I'm wondering like, should I just change that? It's more so of an example, but don't change who you are. And then I have here the Star card here too. This is all about manifesting at times. So realizing that you are the creator of your own reality, and you can basically do whatever you want. But that's what I get. Julie, you're so right. I used to be so sassy. Exactly. Now the thing is, there is a difference between being sassy and bitchy. So like, hey, but like, it's like this. Let your personality shine. And don't be afraid to hide it, because it's like this. For the people that actually love you and want to be your friend, they will accept you for who you are. I think it was justified. Let my personality shine. Yep. Like me, for example, because like people would refer to me as a weird kid, but now I'm just like, you know what? I'm very open and honest. I'm funny. I'm intelligent. And I know how to curse people out. And there are a lot of people that love that about me. So, and one thing I always say too, I'm like, I would rather be like a quote unquote weird, fun loving girl than be a normal, boring ass bitch. If you live authentically, trust me, you will not be miserable. Thank you. You're welcome. And I was like, can I? Yes. All right, now I'm gonna say go ahead and put down your questions. All right. All right, did M not see me as someone important or may want a relationship with? Okay, let's see. Spirits of cards at the top. Did M not see me honestly as an important person or someone he could have a relationship with? Like, did he not see her as these things? 1, 2, 3. Queen of Wands, the Chariot, Judgment, 6 of Cups, the Sun. Okay, tell me about the 6 of Cups, 2 of 3. Tell me about Queen of Wands, 2. Knight of Wands. Alright. Again, positive card for yes, negative card for no. Did he not view her as these things? Did he not? Like, basically, did he just not value her? Or is it that did he just not value her? Like, is it positive card for yes, negative card for no? Like, did he just not value her? 1, 2, 3. 3 of Pentacles. I see here. Here's what I get. It's like this. You definitely were not his first choice because he saw you as somebody that he was very attracted to and wanted to move towards. However, with the Judgment card, it's like he had to maybe rethink his decisions or really think about stuff because you also had this past connection that he wanted to perhaps nourish or that made him happy that he was stressing over. And with the other thing that I asked with this 3 of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, no, he didn't really view you as important. Because it's like this. It's like he's collaborating with all these other people, but kind of like keeping you on the back burner. Anything else? Cards at the top, 2, 3. Yeah, even though, like, again, like, you're very attractive and passionate or really exciting to be around, it's just like, he was like, no, because he was waiting for these other things to work out and they didn't. So it's like he disregarded you for something that just never played out. So to answer your question, sadly, like, no, he didn't see you as somebody to have a connection with. Should I say. Yeah. What's your second one? Awesome. Going on. Wait, no. There you go. Okay, thanks. Welcome. Let's see. Will he regret overlooking me in the future? Let's see. Cards at the top, rulers at the top. Will M regret overlooking Namaste in the future? Will he regret overlooking her in the future? 1, 2, 3. The Lovers, Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, King of Swords. I'm not going to necessarily say that he'd regret it, but it's going to bother him seeing you having other options and hanging out with other people, because it's like right now he's kind of stubborn. Because of course he has this other option. So that King of Swords, 2, 3. 8 of Swords, yeah, he's going to kind of be in his head about it a little, because he knows that you were probably in your head. But again, is he going to regret it? 1, 2, 3. 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords is my no card, but here's what I am going to say. At a certain point, he is going to be a tad bit anxious, because he could see you in something long term with somebody else, or he'd see that you're doing well for yourself here. Energetically, it doesn't feel like he would regret it, but it's more so like it's going to bother him seeing you move on with other people. Even though, like, yeah, he kind of was sneaking away. Why would it bother him to see her with other options? 2, 3. Strength. Oh, I see. Because it's a bit of a blow to his ego. And he kind of disregarded you, even though you were a good option. And he was kind of like hoping to hold on to you because you were an option. So yeah. That's what I see. What's your last one? Lame. How is he feeling about me right now? Told him I'm going home and to have a good night. Good. Spirit, so how is M feeling about Namaste right now? How's he feeling about it right now? 1, 2, 3. 4 of Pentacles. I almost kind of get a whole thing like, damn, type of thing, right? Because he was hoping to get something started with you. Yeah, it's like, because he knows that you're a lot of fun and very welcoming. Tell me about Six of Wands, 2, 3. Yeah, kind of stumped, like, that was unexpected, like, how there's, like, a turn of events. How else is he feeling towards her? 2, 3. Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups. He feels like maybe you're kind of, like, walking away, or that you're just not feeling it. I see here, as well as, like, maybe feeling like, is she emotional? Was she bothered by something? And he's gonna try to, like, move on here too, but it's like, you did the best possible thing because, like, you know, you have your self-respect, because this person is immature. So how does he feel towards you? Like, a bit bummed out, a bit stumped that things didn't go how he wanted them to go. He asked me if I was mad. Ah, okay. Are you mad? No. Just not wanting. Thanks, girl. Have a good night. You're welcome. You're welcome. You have a good night too. Didn't mean to wink. To be perfectly honest. Okay, now I see it. No, you're good. You were good. That is not offensive. You didn't do anything wrong. But all right. Night. Thank you to everybody that came on tonight. Everyone have a good night.